In this video, I wanted to go through one of the most important exercise routines I've ever done, and it's helped me grow both physically and mentally more than any other exercise routine that I've ever done in my life. It's extremely demanding and it's not for beginners. I will be talking about beginners exercise routines in another video coming up in the future, but this is something that is for people who are already experienced in exercise, and it's based around 20 rep squats. Now this is where you choose a weight that you can comfortably lift for 10 reps and then you lift it for 20, and you're not allowed to put it down until you've completed 20 reps. So this involves you pushing through pain barriers, it involves you staying and breathing when you're deeply uncomfortable. And that can be physically challenging. Your heart is racing, you really want to quit, but it's also mentally challenging because you are putting yourself in a position of being very uncomfortable intentionally. And this sets you up for being able to handle life when life gets very uncomfortable, when you didn't intend it, when you didn't expect it.
If you have to confront something truly terrible, this is what happens when archaic people initiate their teenagers, especially the boys. They subject them to something truly awful. And the reason they do that is because then their nervous system is calibrated properly. They know the difference between something truly awful and something that's just, not that good. And if you don't have that calibration, then everything that's just not that good becomes truly awful.
So let's take a look at this workout and I'll talk through it as we go. So at this point I've already warmed up. I'm stepping up to the bar, I'm getting it on my trapezius, standing up and walking out. And I'm trying to lower slowly and under control. And I am not bouncing at the bottom, but I want a intense movement, firing my glutes at the bottom of the squat. Some people say that squats don't really work your glutes, but that's only if you stay at parallel or above. If you go below parallel, if your flexibility allows you to, the glutes have quite a lot of involvement there. Case in point, try squatting above parallel versus ass to grass and see how your squats feel the next day. So I'm now starting to have to take a few breaths at the beginning of every rep. Or I try to knock them out in 2 reps by 2. So I take a few big breaths, do 2 reps. A few big breaths, take another 2 reps. But for the last 2 reps or so, I probably need to breathe before each rep. And it totally sucks at this point. I really want to put that weight down. I've got about 90 kilos on me, I think. This was recorded a few months ago. So my heart is pounding, I'm panting like a dog, and I've got my 20 reps. And this is something where we want to be trying to add 2 kilos or 5 pounds after every workout. You can take more time to breathe if you need to, but the idea is to keep pushing yourself to make progress. After I've got my breath back for a few minutes, I then go to do pull-ups. Now with pull-ups, I want to be moving slowly and under control. So let me start that video here. So I jump to the bar, and now even from the very beginning, I'm trying to move very, very, very slowly. I'm going for time and attention rather than just reps here. And you can see my muscles are shaking already because to hold yourself in the middle of the position is much harder than to simply bounce from the bottom. So there's a lot of mechanical tension, and it's mechanical tension which drives growth. So I'm aiming for about a minute, seconds. Which is why my friend is giving me a timing on it.
15.
If you can easily do this, feel free to use a weight belt and add additional weight.
5 seconds.
So even though I've got a minute, I know I've got a little bit more work. I'm not even able to complete that rep there, but I'm fighting through it. And now I'm failing even at the bottom of the next rep, but I'm trying. And this routine is really focused on fighting through every part of every rep, not just to give up when it feels a bit difficult. Okay, the next exercise is dips. Now, Mike Mentzer described dips as the upper body squat because you use your pectorals, you use your shoulders, you use your triceps. And again, the same principles as the dips. I'm trying to move as slowly as possible. I want every part of this movement to involve as many muscle fibers and as much tension as possible. It's easy to just bounce from the bottom, but I don't want to use momentum. I don't want to let my muscle fibers relax. I want to keep them under tension. And I'm beginning to really struggle here. So, oh, I got another rep in. Yeah, but this is really, and I'm failing. I'm not getting, yeah. So I failed there. I wouldn't have been able to get back up. So I kept applying the gas. I kept applying the pressure, but it wasn't moving. And so I reached the point of failure at that point. The next exercise, this didn't go to plan. I intended on doing a single set of stiff leg deadlifts, but my grip failed. So I took 15, 20 seconds and then I went back. My friend actually stopped the video after the first set, but let me show you here. I only managed to get about 30 seconds in when I planned for 60. So I'm feet over the middle of the bar, stand up, keep the back straight, lower as much as I can without bending the lower back, feeling the tension and stretch in the hamstrings. I don't want to spend a lot of time at the top because that's where it's easiest. I want to spend more time in the lower part of the movement. But I notice my grip is failing, so I put the bar down. I wait 15, 20 seconds and go again. Let me load the next video. Okay, so again, we're getting a few more reps out. Try to keep the tension on the hamstrings as much as possible. And again, my grip failed. Shake it out. Just 15 seconds at most. And get back to the bar. Bend, reset. And get the last few reps out. So we want to really exhaust the hamstrings here, not just the grip. And we're almost done. The final exercise in this routine is behind the neck press. Now, not everyone has the shoulder flexibility to adequately be able to press behind the neck. So if that isn't you, then please feel free to just use normal shoulder press. So yeah, I'm just checking that these girls are okay with me filming because I don't want to record them by accident without their permission. So again, I'm stepping out and I'm trying to just press in that vertical plane. And you can see my arms are already shaking here. They're already pretty taxed from the dips that we've done earlier. So that used a lot of the front deltoid and tricep. I'm using rear deltoid and tricep in this movement. And I failed. Okay, so that was the entire routine. I could have optionally done some ab exercises as well, but this entire routine can be done in 20 minutes or so. And it's really important that you don't fall into the trap of thinking that more is better. When you're training this intensely, it can be really easy to overtrain. It's very, very taxing. If I haven't slept well, I can give myself migraine by exercising like this. So it's really important that you have your sleep in check and you're having adequate diet and rest in order to recover. This is meant to be done for, say, 2, perhaps 3, if you're young and recover well, workouts per week. And try it for a few weeks. Really try and see, really try to push yourself to make progress in every workout. Add a little bit of weight in the smallest increment you can on in each workout, and track your progress over a few weeks or months. For me, I outgrew all my clothes when I did this in 2007. Like I said, it's one of the most important exercise routines I've ever done, and it's something I return to again and again. So I hope you find this video useful, and I hope it can help you grow in both body and mind. You're welcome.